My judging was too clouded. See you at the top, cause the bottom is too crowded.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh, I forgot, Joe. It's your show. Take it away.
What's going on, everybody? Joe BNCO here. Want to have the Destroyers Smoke, and the P.U.W.F is here live. And we are here to talk about wrestling with Mr. Invisible Man, Alice Coquito. To my right. And below, D-Walk. Say what's up, guys.
What's happening?
Hello.
Sadly, my partner is not here. Hopefully he will be back soon. Kane, love you, brother.
Enjoy your sabbatical.
So, guys, we're here to talk about wrestling. We're here to talk about the week of wrestling, and there's been a lot of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're going to start. I think we're going to start with little NXT.
Mm-hmm. Well, little NXT. Little NXT, you know, let's say it was like middle NXT this week. It was pretty good. I mean, the first match I thought it should have been like the main event or before the main event. It was Oliver Dragunov against Wesley for the number one contender for the NXT title. That match is crazy. You had a record versus a high flyer. Wesley always impressed me the more and more I see him wrestle. He's going head on with Dragunov. Crazy match, good match. I mean, like by far, hands down, one of the best matches I've seen in Wesley. But Dragunov pulled it off for the win.
Yeah,
and like I said, I had to get that match at least a good 4-ish. It was a hard-hitting, high-flying match.
Okay. I respect. You know what? I'll give Dragunov that because Dragunov doesn't really do like in the history of Dragunov, he doesn't really do a lot of 3 or 2-star matches. He goes 100%, 1,000% of the time. So I'm happy that even for a casual viewer like me of NXT, he got a 4. So
yeah,
good for you. 4 to 5.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna agree. I think that Dragunov was Dragunov kind of reminds me of a mixture of Gunther and Daniel Bryan, but like a smaller Gunther, but like Daniel Bryan in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree.
I would put him more of like a hungrier Chad Gable. More hungrier Chad Gable with a little bit of Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan. Just a little bit of the psycho part of Bryan. not the rest of it. We all know why.
I give him a little William Regal too. Just a little.
Okay. All right, yeah. William Regal. Wait, what type of William Regal? Early Regal, I'm kissing Vince McMahon's ass, or Regal?
The Savage Regal. When Regal was a Savage.
Early Regal.
WCW Regal.
Yeah. We have to put him by phases, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Kiss ass, early, NXT,
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Or the man's man.
Or the man's man. True.
To me, that match should have been last or before the last match. That shouldn't have been first.
There was a reason why it wasn't the last match, and we'll talk about that shortly, but there's a reason why that wasn't the last match.
Yeah. We all know why.
But let's talk about what happened after the match. Wesley threw away everything in his locker, packed his bags, and left.
Okay.
And said that he's leaving. Now, is he going to the main roster, or is he taking a hiatus for a little while and coming back? Are they rebuilding the character? Are they changing the character? What are they doing with him? Yeah.
Is that the little kid that lost the belt to Dominic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, hey, goodbye. That's my opinion.
And so, have anybody heard from Nash Carter? Is he wrestling? I know he wrestled for Impact, but have you been wrestling lately with?
Yeah, he was just. Matter of fact, I'm watching Impact as we speak. He was just on here.
I'm really he get a second chance back at
I believe
NXT with
he's.
Wesley.
I'm gonna have to double check this, but I believe
Yeah,
he's one half of the Rascals.
Oh, really? Hey, the Rascals are
I
like three
believe.
people.
I
1/3, yeah.
believe.
yeah.
I think he's part of that group.
I'm really hoping Nash go and be the Rascals with Wesley again. I'm hoping.
Well, okay, now question for both you guys, since you guys are NXT aficionados. And before I continue, shout out to the lost member of the P.U.W.F, Hot Mook Summer, coming soon. Now, would you think the Rascals would work in WWE in the main roster, Joe?
Yes, in a way. They kind of give me a little bit of a DX vibe,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
where they're kind of degenerates and they kind of just do their
Yeah.
own thing and they do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it could work, but they would have to step it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, because okay, D-Walk, your thoughts?
I agree. Well, to me, Wesley, he's stepping up every time he wrestles. The way he wrestled Dragunov, that was good. That was pretty good. Like that was impressed me. And I just want to see here the Rascals if they could step up just as much as Wesley.
I get that.
Okay, Wesley, let's talk about Wesley for a second. I feel like they're doing this to possibly have him do a heel turn. I feel like it's time for him to revolutionize and change his gimmick. His in-ring performance is good, but I just feel like his microphone work needs help.
Okay, I
Yeah.
guess. I mean, I just know him because he lost to Dominic. I mean, that's sad because
Yeah.
again, a casual viewer like me knows who El Hijo de Vikingo is, knows who Speedball Mike Bailey is, but when I hear Wesley, I just But again, D-Walk, move on. I want to get to that main event that's gonna make me rant.
And then the second, the second, it wasn't no match, but you had Baron Corbin doing a promo about what happened to Van Wagner.
Yeah.
You had Corbin say, "Oh, I liked how you did it and everything." So
Okay.
that was when Braun Breaker got in the ring and they had a conversation. Braun Breaker said pretty much, "I don't give a fuck what you say." They got to a tussle, and now they having a match.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
I don't want to see that match.
I was about to say that right now. I don't want to see that match. Braun Breaker needs to go back to the gym, the factory, the cave, whatever you call it. Get better, more talking. Sorry, my vernacular.
No,
Better
Goldberg
talking.
2. Right now they got him like Goldberg 2.0.
Yeah, no, dude. Sorry, Joe. Your thoughts?
I feel Braun Breaker needs to be on the main roster. I feel like
Joe.
I feel like he's more than ready for the main roster. Come on, he's just like his uncle.
Yeah.
He's just like his uncle.
Okay.
I mean, and he wrestles very well. I mean, I don't see where the problem is.
The thing is, if he wrestles like his uncle, you don't want him to think like his uncle, because his uncle was again. We'll get to the segment that became famous a long time ago that happened on Wednesday, Joe. You know what the one I'm talking about the math. But what bothers me is that Braun Breaker has somewhat of the personality of the uncle.
Yeah.
But the uncle burnt himself out way too quick. And we know this. We don't want Braun Breaker to burn himself out way too quick in terms of vocabulary and performance. Get better. All I'm saying is just get better. He's not a good talker. He's not. His uncle was a good talker, but that's the kind of talkers that you only meet once a year on a Saturday night at a bar. Like, if you're not there, you're not going to get the experience of what he's talking about. That's just me, but that's my opinion.
I want him to wrestle like his dad and look like his uncle.
Thank you. And his dad is not a good talker by no means whatsoever. Like he was put up with Chucky, and that Chucky was kind of crazy, but still the point is, whatever. Joe,
I just feel like the segment. I like the segment. I felt like it was. I feel like they're using it to push one of them. I don't think it's going to be Braun Breaker though.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a feeling they're going to use this segment to push Baron Corbin, and Von Wagner's going to get involved, and they're going to have a Von Wagner Braun match, and then they're going to use Braun to push Von Wagner. I feel like they're using Braun Breaker to push other talent.
Okay. I guess that's fine, but all right, continue on, D-Walk. I'm like,
Next match we have Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey and Damian Kemp versus Josh Briggs, Brooks Jensen, and Miles Bourne. I didn't really pay attention to this match. This match was like slow. I didn't too much care about this match. I mean, the match it started off like slow to me. I mean, it just didn't pick up to me. Like, they need to like have these wrestlers wrestle more so we can know who they actually are instead of us going to the background, us going on YouTube and looking up who is they, how they wrestle. We need to know about watching TV every week.
That's right.
I agree. Especially since one of them is William Regal's son, so he needs to be showcased a little more.
Yes.
As Dempsey, he needs to be showcased.
Yeah, he do. I mean, and William Regal was a good wrestler. I bet you can still get out here and out wrestle some of these new kids.
And isn't Butch coming back to NXT?
Butch is back on NXT. For some reason.
All right, now, okay, hold the fuck up. Why is the Bruiserweight coming back to NXT? What are
they letting anybody cross over now.
Why?
Here's what they're Alex. Here's what they're trying to do. This is why all these talents are coming back down to NXT is because Endeavor wants to elevate NXT to a main roster status. They want NXT to be elevated to the ranks of a Raw and a SmackDown. So they're trying to bring main roster talent down to NXT to elevate the brand to build up viewership.
Okay, I get that. Now, go on. I have a counterpoint. Go on, D-Walk.
I mean, but like the way they doing it is just like ass backwards. It's so fast. I mean, you letting everybody jump on the show. I mean, what about the talent that should be on the show that's not able to get on the show? Just the fact about it because you got people coming from Raw to NXT or SmackDown to NXT. I mean, like it's too much. Like let people be on their own shows like they were supposed to be doing in the draft.
Yeah, we ranted too much on the damn but I want to say this real quick. Let's go to the wheel of time in 2013 when they bring WWE people in like Titus and against Sami Zayn. That sort of worked out, but didn't. Let's go back in time to 2018 when they did that when there was Keith Lee and Adam Cole. Sort of worked out, didn't. Now history repeats itself, and why the fuck are you doing the same history over and over again? And kind of shitting on the Bruiserweight's legacy in NXT. Because he's not even coming back as a Bruiserweight. He's coming back as Butch. That got me mad. Like, I remember Tyler Bate versus fucking the Bruiserweight. Many a matches in NXT and NXT UK. And now we have to call him fucking Butch?
They got to bring him back as P.U.W.F. They got to. They got to bring back as P.U.W.F. If not, it won't be right.
I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. What they're going to do is they're going to save that for when he does a heel turn. He's going to turn on the Brawling Brutes, and they're going to turn him back to Pete Dunne when he does.
He needs to. Tyler Bate looks like a little skinny Jesus. So him and Bate need to come back. Right? He does too. He's like little skinny, like all tatted up Jesus. I'm like, all right, dude, you need to go back to Bate. Like, I mean, you need to go back to Pete Dunne because there is no Joker without Batman, and there is no Bate without Dunne.
No, it ain't. It's not.
That's not working. It's not working. He just took some shrooms and went on a journey. All I know is something happened to him. Something happened to him, bro.
I still don't understand why they got the. I don't still understand why they got the Brawling Brutes as a tag team and they're not even wrestling.
I don't know.
They're not even a tag team contendership.
I don't know. Janet, D-Wall, please go to the main event. Please get to there.
Yeah.
Let's go to the main event.
All right. Result is Kim Gulak and Dempsey won over Briggs, Jensen Bourne, pin by pinfall. All right.
I have
We
no
can
idea
skip Dana Brooke match. We can
Please do.
skip the Tyler Bate and Axiom match.
Yeah. I saw clips. It was a good match. It was, like, again, Tyler Bate, he's going through the motions. He misses his Batman. Honestly.
Axiom was good. Axiom and Tyler Bate had a really good match.
Yeah, it was. But again, you see one Tyler Bate match, you see them all.
Yeah.
So when I watched that side, I'm like, oh, Axiom's pretty good because he's something new. But Tyler Bate's like he's doing the same thing over and over again. I'm like, all right, dude, that's enough. That's enough.
Yep. We can skip the Creed brothers versus Malik Blade and Ender is enough. Creed brothers end up winning that.
That's all numbers to me. What you're saying right now, man. Keep going. Oh, I know.
Nathan Frazier, Kiratara.
Did you see the segment with Schism?
Yeah. Testing the roots on the tree.
Yes. It was a pretty cool little. It was a pretty cool little thing that they were doing.
Yeah. I saw the segment. They need to go back to 2013 graphics. I mean, not graphics, 2013, 2014 segments. You know why Bray Wyatt got so over? When he just sat in a fucking chair with a light.
Yes.
And just
Bray Wyatt is so over.
That's it.
Or was in the Firefly Funhouse.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Firefly. But again, we're talking about NXT budget. We're not talking about, Raw budget where you can have like a good setup and everything else. Even with the Firefly Funhouse, that was money. That was money well invested in props and everything else and camera. Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, what's
Eric
that guy?
Rowan.
Fandango.
Eric Rowan.
They all got over by just doing simple talking and just segments in the back. Start doing that shit.
Braun Strowman had the hardest, the one of the best debuts to me. And he beat the shit out of Roman Reigns that night.
Best segments, I'll top that one. Best segment in NXT was Aleister Black coming inside from the garage all the way to the entrance, trying to find Johnny Gargano, beating the shit out of that was a good fucking segment. Also, another addendum and happy reminder: Asuka versus Nikki Cross, last woman standing match. That was a good fucking segment that led up. And guess what? Asuka didn't even talk that much. She didn't talk English. You know what Triple H did? She put her in a beach chair and just like, ha ha ha. I'm Asuka. Yes. I'm like, that's all you have to fucking do. That's all you have to fucking do. But I digress. Continue.
Okay, main event. We have Miami Vice Becky Lynch versus the NXT champion Tiffany Stratton.
Miami Vice.
Yeah, that's what she dressed like.
Miami Vice. Yeah,
she got the mind. Man, I'm sick of Becky Lynch. I'm not gonna be like, I'm fucking sick of Becky Lynch. I'm sick of her, bro.
Thank you.
I don't know why she won the title, huh?
Wait, she won the title against NXT? She won the NXT title?
She won the title.
Oh my god! Wow.
Exactly.
She is now a Grand Slam champion.
So, but at the same time, this is how I look at it like this. Tiffany Stratton had a good thing going on. You took your ass to NXT just to shatter her down or water her down. I mean, come on, man. They're just killing new talent, man. She shouldn't even have to lose, bro.
All they're doing is they're giving Becky Lynch the title to make her a Grand Slam champion. She's gonna lose the title at No Mercy back to Tiffany Stratton again.
But
and
I'm
that
saying
makes
this.
Tiffany Stratton look like shit. And makes Becky Lynch look like shit. Because Becky Lynch, the woman that got punched by Ronda Rousey, the woman that was bloody on TV, the woman that did all that shit, is gonna lose the belt to Tiffany Stratton.
Yes, but Alex, they are comparing Tiffany Stratton to Trish Stratus.
Yeah, and Trish Stratus was good only after 6 years of, and then even then, she's not that
management.
Good. Come on now, we're not gonna compare. Okay, you know what? Before we continue, let's do a level bar. This is the level of Bayley versus Sasha Banks at NXT, right? Okay, this is the level that we should go to in NXT women's division.
Yeah,
this is what I think of Trish Stratus as a wrestler. Now, if I had a camera going to the floor, I would touch that. And I'm not disrespecting this Trish Stratus, but you can't compare Bailey Sasha to Trish Stratus.